Also, bro, what are you watching? So some of us are guilty for having one of these moments, a friend or family member, someone we know that just doesn't want someone else to know that they watch anime. Why? Some people notice, but unfortunately anime has this sort of stigma around it that flies around, that when someone is into anime, there's this perception in our heads that this person is really weebish, a nerd, or someone that I don't want to get along with and I don't want to be friends with or associated with.
But will this ever go away? Will this perception, the stigma on the anime community ever fade all the way out of it?
Get out of it! Bye!
Will anime ever become mainstream?
Hi, my name is Thomas and I'm secretly an anime fan.
Hey,
Thomas. It has been incredibly hard for me to acknowledge that since people in school would bully me for it. But why? Before they used to bully people who loved comic books, but now that DC and Marvel have come around, it seems cool and fun to talk about it. Or gaming, people used to hate gamers, but now everybody's doing it. So why the hate against anime?
Alright guys, let's spark a discussion and let's see if whether anime will ever become mainstream. And let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below.
Let's go! So you can't talk about anime becoming mainstream without mentioning the big guns.
Get in there, bro.
I'm talking about Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, Naruto and Pokemon, for example. And bloody hell, these particular anime are within their own realm per se. You can't say that. The Dragon Ball franchise and Pokemon in particular. Think about it for a second. Goku, the Pokemon franchise, the Dragon Ball franchise is one of the most iconic and recognizable characters around the world. Not Japan, the whole world, the whole globe. I'm talking about North America, Mexico, South America, in particular Brazil, England, Europe, freaking Germany, Sweden, freaking Denmark, Italy.
Let's stop all the countries, bro.
Yeah. And guess what happens when something becomes popular and widely accepted around the world and is relatable to a wider audience? You guessed it, guys. You freaking guessed it. It becomes mainstream. So Yusuf, let's define mainstream. What does mainstream mean, man?
Well, let's ask Google. Let's Google this shit right now. Well, mainstream. The ideas, attitudes or activities that are shared by most people and regarded as normal and conventional.
So there you go, there's your answer. Because Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, Naruto, Death Note, Attack on Titan, Pokemon are widely consumed, it's easier to talk about and understand the person, the puns, the references and the freaking feelings that they went through, guys. It's easier to converse about and not judge the person upon that one activity. Hell, these particular animes that I've mentioned are referenced all the time in other media, TV shows and music even. Like, if for example, look at our rappers video that I just made recently, is talking about rappers that mention anime in their songs.
Bro, it becomes so mainstream it even comes into the gaming industry and many other industries like you said, music, gaming, shopping, even use for advertisement and even religion. Look at the Gokuism video.
It used to be that you couldn't see anime anywhere. You had to visit these shady sites, click on links that you didn't know if they were porn or not, get like 20 different ads popping up, and only then could you actually see your video. But now it's incredibly easy. The big corporations are starting to smell the money in it and are starting to make their own streaming sites. We have Crunchyroll, that is one of the biggest out there, which streams most of the things that you would like to see. And next to it are Hulu, Funimation, Netflix, a company that is known widely throughout the world, is starting their own streaming service. No, they have already started with a vast amount of anime and are even creating their own. Even fucking Amazon made their own dedicated streaming site called Anime Strike. The businesses are investing money in it, but why? Because they see it becoming profitable in the future. Believe it. With all these sites erupting everywhere, people are gaining better and cleaner access to anime. So it's not the hardcore fans that can watch anime by scouting it out, but non-anime consumers can too. And thanks to those services, you aren't limited to watching anime through your computer anymore. You can watch it straight through your TV, your tablet, your smartphone, your new smart refrigerator, who cares?
Some of you may not have been aware that Tokyo is hosting the 2020 Olympics, and that is a huge deal. That is a massive deal.
Why is it huge? Why is it huge, Yusuf?
Well, I tell you. Well, to be frank, a megaton of people watch the Olympics. Yes, and with technology, it is only getting easier. You can broadcast the Olympics and you can watch it on your phone. You can be sitting and taking a dump. You can watch it on. You can watch. Oh shit! I'm fucking watching the TV show, fam. I'm watching my Olympics while I'm taking my shit. And because Tokyo is hosting it, guess what comes with that?
Oh right, so the IOC, the official Olympic committee, has admitted that the Rio Olympics had the estimated of 3.6 billion people.
3.6 billion, bro.
In 2016.
Oh shit!
3.6 billion people. That is half the world. And then there's the Olympics in 2008 that happened in China, and it boasts the world record for the most viewership, between 4.6 to 5 billion people catching at least 1 minute of the Olympics. So this is a huge deal because in Japan 2020, which has been confirmed that is hosting the Olympics, it's already been confirmed that anime mascots will be in the opening ceremony.
You're gonna see Goku, you're gonna see Pikachu, you're gonna see Mario Kart! Oh shit, sorry.
God, shut the f. So anyway, I don't know, he's going insane, he's really excited.
Yeah.
But there's already anime merchandise being officially sold as Olympic gear. So Naruto, Luffy, Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon and Astro Boy are just naming some of the few mascots that are going to be represented in the Olympics. So,
but like they say, the more audience, the best way to advertise your product or advertise your culture.
Exactly. So this will obviously help drive the culture of anime becoming more normal, as more people will understand it or recognize it, and the viewership matters. The viewership numbers will help this. Maybe more people will start watching anime because of it. We don't know. There's many factors that can happen. And this is going to help anime become mainstream.
And this is very evident from the last Olympics that was hosted before, when you see many mascots, when you see, I think it was Mario last time I saw on an Olympic stage.
Wow.
And people see it, like games, it helps the gaming industry just by advertising it in the Olympics committee. I think, yeah. And Rio has their own Rio in Brazil, they had their own Pacific mascot, and people start questioning, what is that? You might have time to Google that shit. Who knows? In the anime, when anime becomes more prominent in the Olympics, I might be wondering, that character, I've never seen it before. I might have to Google it.
Yeah, it's true.
What other thing is really mainstream? Movies. Hollywood and movies are a big part in the American culture, and now more important people have started to realize that anime can become a big part in the culture too. They see that the public is willing to give them money to see their favorite anime adaptations, and they are willing to take the money, which in turn helps the community. Netflix bought the rights to Death Note with a budget around $40 to $60 million, and that isn't a small sum to invest into a movie you're not sure if it will succeed or not. They are really investing in it and wanting to see it succeed. Another giant movie coming out in the recent times is Ghost in the Shell film. After the first trailer, it actually received a lot of negative feedback from the fans, saying that Scarlett Johansson isn't the right person to play it and it's whitewashing. But how can you say that and be a true fan knowing that the main protagonist in Ghost in the Shell is actually a cyborg made to resemble a basic human body type and not supposed to be Asian? You shouldn't judge it before it happens. Everybody hated the Dark Knight's Joker, but he turned out cool. Even though the movie flopped, Ben Affleck was a great Batman. And Jared Leto's Joker in the Suicide Squad, well, he actually sucked, but... well, the moral is, you just have to wait and see. You can't judge the book by its cover very often.
So, as we have said many times before in our other videos, be yourself, don't judge a book by its cover, and question things and understand one another, right? That's what it means to be a good human being, right?
Express yourself.
Basic shit, right? So,
hey, what's the Bruce Lee saying? Honestly express yourself.
yes. And so anime is creeping into music, and no, not anime like, I'm not talking about Vocaloids here, I'm talking about lo-fi hip-hop, in which I'm mentioning the amazing Nujabes and DJ Okawari, and then you also have to mention animes like Samurai Champloo. There is also the addition of hip-hop in general. I covered this in detail in my Rappers into Anime video, in which I discuss, and some of you may consider some of these guys in that video that I mentioned that these guys are pop icons, mainstream, or whatever you want to call it, but these guys are kinda into anime and they embrace anime lyrics to their songs. Rappers like Kanye West, Lupe Fiasco, Logic, Pharrell, Chris Brown, Soulja Boy. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that there is anime references and culture and vibes that are slowly creeping into other media, and even subcultures are being created from it and only making it more widespread.
Yes, and mainstream rappers, when they mention anime, something related to anime, it's pretty cool, especially for anime fans. Like, we feel very special in some ways. Oh, I understand what he means. When you hear that soundtrack and they bust out a character from an anime, you're like, wait a minute.
Ooh, I understood that reference.
I got it.
That lyric.
I
just
got
understood
it.
what that rapper said.
And yes, it makes the anime community feel loved.
6 paths, they're calling me Madara. Your guys will hide in the midst of
I mean, Dragon Ball Z can be mentioned in your rap songs and no one's gonna judge you for it because it's mentioned all the time.
But listen, yeah, anime original soundtrack is off the hook, and a lot of rappers and hip hop artists, they actually sample it. They sample the tunes that they see in.
Yeah, they use them.
Like Logic, a great example. Even like certain anime clips and voiceovers.
Anime is creeping into music, and that's really important thing to know. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna become more mainstream.
People have these bad preconceptions about anime, and there's actually a very big reason why it hasn't blown up in the Western world. It's because it's holding itself back, and the fans are a major part in that. I'm talking about the hardcore weebs here. They want to see their waifus on screen, they want to purchase body pillows, they want to fap to some underage schoolgirl, so the studios have to put in fan service to appeal to them and make some money to stay in business. That in itself hurts the popularity of the anime, because who in the right minds would actually want to see that kind of stuff on screen? Now, patterns are everywhere and people stick to them because they work. Movies use patterns to guarantee their success, and the anime industry isn't different. It's doing the exact same thing. With fan service and average school settings that you see in a lot of anime, it knows that it can't fail and it is staying in its safe zone. It needs to try something new. The weebs don't want anime to become popular because they lose their culture. They're like hipsters in a way, but even more destructive. We must show our support to good anime that has made it, like Attack on Titan or Sword Art Online even. Not bash on them because they have become mainstream, and that's a cool thing to do. Sure, SAO wasn't that good, but it's a step in the right direction. No, it's not.
There's also a further thing to mention, right? The anime community is growing. In the past 2 years alone, there has been 30 plus anime channels on YouTube that have gained over 100,000 subscribers, and that's including ourselves. More creators are creating different types of content on distinguishable subject matters, on different things. You have the reviewers, you have the bloody comedy channels, you have the Vine channels, and then you have channels like ours where we're in our own lane and we do what the we want to do. You
get big YouTubers like PewDiePie. Even he watches anime, although obviously he made a video about how he feels about it.
The community is growing in anime and on YouTube in general, and the more anime becomes more mainstream and more widespread, the community is only going to get bigger, and all our channels are going to have a lot of growth. So it's just something to think about and notice, guys.
We can draw clear parallels here between the anime community and the gaming community back in the day. In the early days of gaming, people also used to look at them weirdly. Like, what the heck are the children playing? What is that contraption that you call a console? People thought it would ruin their children's futures, blind them, make them imitate the things that they saw on screen, eat mushrooms and be a plumber, but no. It didn't really turn out like that at all. People realized that they were being idiots and started to game themselves. Now, if you like it or not, even your mom is addicted to Candy Crush. Games are everywhere and people have decided that it's a part of the culture. Same can be said about the anime, but it's still in the beginning phase. While it may be mainstream in Japan or different Asian countries, here it's not that widely accepted yet, but it also hasn't been around for that long. As mentioned before, dedicated video services are only now starting to appear. People are slowly coming around to accept it, and there are a lot of people who are watching anime, just not willing to admit it yet.
Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and make sure you join the discussion in the comment section below. What do you think is great about anime and the community, and why do you think it's going to become mainstream? Thanks to Thomas with collaborating with us again. It was so fun scripting this video with him and coming up with reasons and thinking about the whole anime industry and the anime community and all this. It was so fun. Make sure you subscribe to his channel and subscribe to our channel and hit that like button to support us. Follow us on Snapchat, follow us on Twitter. Oh my god, I'm so hyper. I'm so excited. Whoa!
The freaking fire's coming on to me.
Woo! Anyway guys, anything you want to add to that?
No, definitely. Again, I have to set out and I'll tell you guys, you know it's time of the day. It's the t-shirt. Yeah, if you guys like our t-shirts when I wear it, you guys ask where do you get it from. We have it in the comment, we have it on the description, right?
Yeah,
we always mention it. It's by Design by Humans, and we give you guys 10% off. Literally, help us out.
Anyway, check you guys out next time.
Peace.